right, let's open up to questions. Let's go with James first, just because you're complaining about it.
Who gets to keep a record-setting ball? You're a tackle-eligible offensive lineman.
Definitely Janoris. Gosh, what a way to score. Proud of him, and what a interesting way to do it. But he's worked hard at that one for sure.
On the right, Eric.
Would you account for some of the, the slow start from the offense and kind of some up and down moments throughout?
Yeah, I think just inconsistency at times, and that starts with us as players. Just need to be better in those ways, but kind of like it for us though. Need to get better and continue to dial in. And adversity is real. You got to find ways to win when things aren't always going your way. And we definitely made it tougher on ourselves, but Maryland played really well as well. So,
Brady, same row.
Late in the game there, even with kind of a lopsided score, you're going on these long runs, scrambling, kind of plays some people might not love to see their quarterback making. Mm-hmm. What does that say about your competitiveness that you're still willing to put yourself on the line in those moments?
Yeah, anything to win. I think in those moments you're never thinking that. Of course, maybe when you step away, you're like, oh, maybe I should be a little smarter in that moment. But when you need to get it and need to get third or fourth down, or when we need a play to be made, then that's what I needed to do. But I think the guys know that, and anyway, anything that helps us to win. So,
Right here, first row on the right.
First game without Tez in the lineup. How do you think your receiver room stepped up to still make you guys effective on offense?
Really second. I know starting wise, but 2 plays and then. But I think just they've continued to respond in the right way, and I can do a better job helping them in that sense. But I don't have the stats here, but I think there's a lot of things I could have been better and help them out. And I think when you look at those creating completions, and that all has to go with rhythm, and like I said, I'll definitely have to look back at it and see how I can help them and how we can help each other.
On the left, Rob.
Two top 5 teams lose today, including one of the other remaining unbeatens. Not that you concern yourself with those results, but is it a reminder perhaps that winning is hard, and for as much as you guys might see to clean up from a game like this, it's also nice to come away with the result you want, even if you feel like it wasn't the cleanest.
Love that you said that's real. Every time you step out there, it's tough. There's a chance you're taking, and that's kind of the competitive side of it. And you have to bring your A game every week. I didn't think we did that. And that starts with me, and helping each other do that. But, how you said, finding ways to win through adversity. And then the defense playing really well and creating, huge turnovers. They played their butt off, and we need to help them so we can play complementary football and, make it look a little cleaner for sure.
Right, left, right.
You've said that you're not really going to look back on history until you're done playing and be able to look back on being part of it at that point. But in this moment, obviously, with your name being in the record books the way it is, who do you think of from your life that has sort of helped you to this point and helped you build to this point?
Just everyone in every step of the way. I think as a kid, you just love playing the game, and I've been a guy who's tried to play the game as long as I can, maximize every moment. That's from youth football league to middle school football, intermediate football, high school, college, so on. But I think more than anything, that's not things you'll take with you. It's the relationships, the people, Janoris catching that touchdown. Things like that is things I'll remember, not necessarily, a record book. And I think that's true to a lot of people. And I think that just happens when you lock in and focus in where you're at, and like I said, I don't want to shy away from that or dodge the question, but I think getting to this point has always been pouring into people, being right where my feet are, and maximizing the moment, because that's all we have. So
On the left, go.
Dillon, you had the 3 and out to start the third quarter. There were a couple of those in the first half.
We scored in the third quarter, though.
You did. Congrats.
I remember the 3 points. So
How important was it to get the ball back after that fake? Like, I mean, what was kind of the offensive momentum at that point? What did that do for you guys to get the ball back after it looked like another 3 and out? And then, as a follow up to that, and this is probably a dumb question, but when you're on the sideline, do you know that that's the call, that it's a fake punt? And like, are you in on that, or are you ever caught off guard by a call like that?
I have been caught off guard in the past. I did know about this one. But I mean, that's a huge play in the game, you know, just an explosive play. And then we go down and kind of a momentum, swing with the type of plays you're running all the way down to the goal line, and then how we score, and then the 2-point as well. So I think that was real for rhythm and momentum. But Jordan Birch, gosh, he looked like a running back. We might have to put him in short yardage goal line. Gosh, did you see him run, James? That's impressive. That's impressive.
Right, second row on the left.
Hey, first of all, congrats on breaking the touchdown record.
Thank you.
I want to ask you, right before halftime, Maryland got their first touchdown, and it seemed like it was a bit of a questionable call, the pass interference in the end zone. Obviously, the crowd didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
And then you guys were able to answer with a touchdown drive just before the first half clock expired. I guess I'm wondering, does a call like that change anything with the team mindset? Maybe make you guys hungrier to score on that next drive, or if it's just the same every play?
I think there's a little bit to that, and I say that because, when there's a pass interference call and maybe necessarily you don't agree with it or what it may be, naturally those puts you in such situations where you got to have it, and you got to go put a drive together to not make it a close one, or you're leaving up to chance. So I think there's real, mentality switch to that as well of knowing what you got to go do, but also we try to not let it sway and have an effect on just daily drives and creating rhythm and creating consistency back to back. It's something we strive for. We talk about a bunch. Easy to say, hard to do.
2 more questions, James and Eric.
I know you're not looking at the offensive line play in real time, but with Dave and Kavika both getting in there throughout the game, just what were your impressions of how they performed, how the line held up? Because 4 TFLs, no sacks, and I don't think any of the pressure you faced necessarily was due to anything from them, but first impressions of how they handled things.
I love how they handled things, and I remember our Thursday meeting, I point out those 3 guys in particular, Janoris, Kavika, and Dave, and we talked about got your 6 this week, got your back. And, I challenged those guys to step up to the plate, and they're getting their opportunity and, make the most of it. But, I think the challenge went well, and those are guys who prepared really well this week and fought their butt off in practice. So to see that translate for them is important.
Over on the right, last question, Eric.
You and Ferg are so close. Your guys' first touchdown connection tonight. Speak to the personal significance of that, but also to go into half, obviously, with some momentum.
Yeah, happy for him. It's been a long time coming to make it happen, but just his journey in the season and having to go through some adversity and come back and be so confident from what he went through. I'm happy for him, and he's continued to build that back, his confidence. But we're doing that together, and we're working at it. And there's some connections issues on our part, but all things we can get better at. That's what I love is we'll go in to watch a film tomorrow and nip everything in the bud, and we need to keep getting better. That's the name of the game, and very happy that we won the game and fought through adversity. So
Thanks, Dillon. Appreciate
thank you,
your time.
guys.
Congrats on the win and the record.
Thank you.